Hi there. Welcome to Apple World as Logan Paul at long last confessed about his steroid use for his impending battle against Dillon Danis. He's the battle now at risk after Dillon Danis' latest tweet. "I'm over this crap. Harmony." A great deal of new data has come out these past 24 hours, which will be investigated with respect to Logan's supposed steroid utilization and how the battle may really be finished. So make a point to stay close by till the end for all relevant information. Yesterday was when Logan Paul tweeted out, "Take out a Logan $100,000 destroyed standing, forever lose in government court, default on some loans or battle, and wind up dead by Logan. Experience significant shame, bring in some cash, and lose everything in government court," which is what is happening for Dillon to be in light of the fact that Logan is correct, now appearing like a predicament for Dillon. Obviously, the principal reason many fans think Dillon will haul out of the battle is because of the continuous claims, including Nina Agdal. Logan's life partner, Agdal, charges that Danis has distributed private tapes in which he affronts Nina and imagines it is Nina. Danis rejects the allegation, guaranteeing it is false and slanderous, and the occurrence has brought about legitimate activity. Paul says that Danis is abstaining from combating him in the ring by blaming the claim. Danis, as he would like to think, misses the mark on certainty to rival him since he is unsure of the result. Although mental fighting before a battle is normal among fighters, Paul's allegations appear to have resounded with Danis the warrior. Quiet on Paul's allegations has driven some to question their believability. When Dillon Danis posted that mysterious tweet that he's done with everything, many fans have been persuaded to think that he is unquestionably hauling out of the battle again with posts like he will pull out in the future. Stand by, you're pulling out all that in vain? Those lawful papers are piling up, huh? It'll be intriguing to check whether Dillon is really going to haul out of the battle, in light of the fact that, to exacerbate the situation, Nina added an instance of criticism to the generally existing claim he's confronting. He even expressed in a new meeting that no matter what the result of the claim, he'll in any case need to pay more than $400,000 in legal counselor charges. That is where I'm at the moment. I figure he would rather not battle me. I believe he's simply attempting to inspire me to pull out in some way. So then, at that point, he seems to be the legend, you know? I don't have any idea. It's Bologna since this is all going through him, you know? What's more, regardless of whether I win the case, I actually need to pay more than $400,000 in lawyer charges and legal counselor expenses. So it's like, simply Bologna, while I'm advancing a battle, this is the greatest battle he's consistently finished, or potentially he's always finished. Furthermore, I made the entire occasion feel like it's simply horse crap, man. Indeed, you made the occasion intriguing. I'll give you that because Logan Paul tweeted out that framework image, which appeared to be unimaginably precise. Dillon Danis answered with Logan doesn't believe that I should battle, which is the reason he's depending on the law. He can't deal with reality or acknowledge that I uncover Nina for what her identity is. A genuine man would need to deal with it in the ring. Utilizing claims to bit doesn't make you intense. It simply shows what a pussycat you are. Logan Paul knows that, assuming he loses to me, his profession is finished. He's doing his absolute best to keep this battle from occurring and will attempt to cause it to appear as though it's my shortcoming. Exemplary trick, craftsman. Truth be told, now that the battle is half a month away, don't be shocked if Dillon winds up hauling out of the battle due to all the lawful issues he's managing. Despite the fact that, taking everything into account, what other place would he say he would bring in that vast measure of cash to manage the claim charges he referenced? For the past couple of weeks, Dillon Danis has been tenacious with his guarantee that Logan Paul does steroids, as at first he posted out. The way that Logan is unmitigatedly on juice and EPO is past stop. I'm 100% normal. Prepared for a test 24 more than 7 quickly. I'm a characteristic 170-pounder. And I'm climbing in weight just to quiet this moron down. The Pauls could cheat at everything, except, how about we get one thing straight, Logan? You can pop every one of the steroids you need, yet you can't infuse your heart. Logan Paul has forever been immense on the web, in any event, during his experience as an understudy on the web. Notwithstanding, in the wake of joining the WWE, he presently seems, by all accounts, to be totally jacked to the gills. His tweet, which expressed excitement to begin the instructional course, was the significant picture that started this discussion. Simply see his size. It's crazy. All in all, come on. Taking into account how much assault Logan Paul has had this past month or so with respect to his supposed steroid use on one of his later indiscreet episodes, he at last answered every one of the cases. I'm not on steroids. I'm not on steroids. I don't have the foggiest idea how frequently I want to explain this. I don't have the foggiest idea why we aren't doing USADA or WADA testing. Indeed, definitely, on the grounds that the discussion was never had in light of the fact that JJ is doing it with. I'm glad to make it happen. I'm glad to make it happen. I simply do. No, I will compel you to make it happen. I'll do it. You're not going to. What's more, let me know that you should say, okay, constantly. You're terminated. No, in all actuality, I do have one solicitation. Dillon giggled at me from eye to eye. Be that as it may, assuming that I do a medication test, I believe he should do a test. I'm simply curious. What will appear? What's more, he chuckled. He chuckled at me. He played it off. He wasn't keen on doing that. I can't help thinking about why. I can't help thinking about what you got. Many individuals actually accept something. Dodgy is going on the grounds that a ton of remarks were that he's not on steroids. There's something wrong with he's on testosterone treatment, which in fact is, yet at the same time, it's actually cheating. What does the sexually transmitted disease test have to do with the battle? You ought to do the medication test notwithstanding. No doubt, certain, amigo. That is the reason you, out of nowhere, explode before battles. Before we go further into the video, do you all really accept that Logan Paul is on steroids, or is everything simply a mass hypothesis? Remark down underneath. Taking into account that Logan Paul has been torn since his wine days, which is very nearly 10 years prior, it could without much of a stretch simply be his hereditary qualities, as he could never have been on steroids this time, assuming that was the situation. Despite the fact that what started a ton of discussion was that yesterday it got declared Logan and Dillon will take a medication test before their session on October 14th. Also, Dillon wasn't precisely content with its terms. This is garbage. One more trick by Logan Paul to imagine he's spotless setting a particular day and time for a piss test is the most straightforward thing to do in all of sports, particularly for somebody like him with experience. It's the reason the UFC changed to USADA. The general purpose of a medication test is that it's irregular, similar to the UFC model, as it's the best. In reality, he presently knows its date will be simple for him to sidestep, as he can truly make a point to focus on anything that it is. In time for planned testing, Cussie's supervisor, Moms Taylor, emerged and guarded Logan Paul by posting. Logan just called me and emphasized that he totally needs testing for his session. He focused on the fact that he couldn't care less, assuming it's USADA, RDA, or other. In addition, the WWE does severe testing on top of that for everyone's genuine serenity. MFB will and was continuously going to oversee testing, which Logan Paul answered with "I will test positive for drinking prime." The central concern with this is why, unexpectedly, Logan has a desire to get a medication test in when KSI and Tommy had theirs toward the end of August. Clearly, it would have seemed okay for Logan and Paul to finish theirs.